Your name?
Dave.
Dave. Oh. Well, there we go. We've got Dave driving today. You want to say hello, Dave, on the camera? Is that all right?
That's fine. Hey, David speaking. How are you?
Right. David, you want to tell people about all around the world about solar powertrain here at Byron Bay?
What do you want to know?
Right, okay. So, to my recollection, engine number 1 and gearbox number 1 were taken out, the traction motors and the batteries were put in down there, and the solar panel.
It's actually number 2 engine that's been replaced by...
Oh, number 2's got taken out. Oh, that's right. Yeah, number 1's still in.
Yep.
Right.
Number 2 was taken out. There's 2 electric motors in there, and they're connected to a dual input gearbox, which drives the axle on the traditional carbon shaft.
Right, okay, so you can... I'm trying to see without seeing, without getting in your cubby hole. So it runs on solar power, solar panels on the roof, charges up the batteries, and we also got solar panels on the
shed, yeah.
on top of the shed and both the stations. And what's the maximum speed it does?
Well, with electric motors, you can do 60 kilometres an hour. We don't do 60 k's an hour, though we do about 30, sometimes 35 max. In diesel mode, before it's converted to electric traction, it can actually do 115 on good track.
Yeah, so 115 without both diesel motors, and they run on 35, but it can do 60 on electric.
Yep. Yeah, that's on it.
Right.
25 section after the level crossing, we drop to 25 speed, so that's the maximum we can do anyway.
Right. Well, when I did this track survey up here in 2006, the majority of these sleepers here were all wood, and I noticed that you've done 1 in 1 of his steel sleepers with occasionally a timber sleeper, and the whole of Mullumbimby, when I inspected that there, a couple of months ago, I went up there and looked, that's all rotten wood. So, anyway, so
yeah, when they installed these 3Ks of track, they actually installed...
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. They actually installed a number of steel sleepers.
Yeah, I also know that they took the points out of Byron Bay Station and put them up here to get into the shed, which is a...
I can't confirm where the points came from. I'm not sure.
No, because okay. See, poor Dave, he doesn't know. I'm the guy who does all the disused rubber line surveys throughout the state of New South Wales for the government, which is all good. Not bad. That's why Neil knows me, because when he was asking me when I was up here, and he said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm up here doing all the disused rubber lines." That's how far back he met me, before all this here was even built. I've got the photographs here of Byron Bay Railway building when it was still a green grass paddock.
Yep.
With the old level crossing. Anyway, just for a minute, now, Dave, you're pushing a red button. Do you want to tell the people what that is?
That's a vigilance control. So if I don't press that for 30 seconds, there'll be a light come on. 5 seconds after the light comes on, there's a buzzer comes on. If I don't respond to the buzzer, the brakes automatically come on. So it's actually called vigilance control.
Right, so just for the noise of the train, so people can hear, I don't know if you can hear Dave on the audio, it's a vigilance control button, and if he, like now the yellow light come on,
now,
if he doesn't push the red one...
If I don't respond to that buzzer, the brakes will come on.
That's right.
And so that cycles every 30 seconds.
Every 30 seconds, so that's a safety dead man switch, you might say, but electric style.
It's an electric dead man switch, you might say. I've also got the dead man pedal here. With my
That's your dead man pedal down there?
Which to a non-railway person would look like an accelerator, but it's not.
It's not. So what happens, see, if Dave has a heart attack and falls off the chair, his foot comes up there, and then it kills everything, and then the brakes come on, correct?
Yes, certainly do. Yeah. So I'm not going to take my foot off now because the brakes will come on.
That's right.
But this is also, if I want to give my foot a rest, I can hold that handle down.
Right.
And let, take my foot off.
Now, see, so he can take his foot off because he's holding down the brake handle. Right. Would you believe I actually drove this train 45 years ago?
Whereabouts?
Richmond and Newcastle. And the other end was at Richmond. And my father used to drive it.
Okay. What's that, mate?
There he is. Oop. Oh yeah, but anyway. Yes, this is what Neil calls his favourite level crossing. You know, I was sitting up here one day And I was filming him coming across the crossing, and this car drove out in front of him, and he blew the horn, and the guy bloody jumped up and down in the car seat.
Well, over all the level crossings I drive across, this is the worst one.
Yep. And it was even the worst one when the SRA was still here. And the mileage marker's 884. Actual fact, it's 883.500.
One on the right. Oh, it's a police car. Hopefully not.
It's actually 883.500 to the level crossing. And look, even the police car had to stop. Train has right away over everybody. And there's the frog.
The laws of physics support that principle.
Yes, the laws of physics. Exactly right, Dave. Train,
I don't know
you
if
can't.
I was going to stop. Doing no train.
So what's your name?
Reef.
Neil. Who? What?
Reef.
Reef.
Yes.
Like Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
They named you after the reef.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you're not the only one. I bet you know another kid here called Pod.
Oh, really?
You know Pod?
No.
Well, he was born here when I was up here 20 odd years ago, and his father said to me, "Oh, this is my baby son, I call him Pod." He said, "Why is that?" He said, "The day he was born, we seen a pod of dolphins." And that's how he got his name.
That's interesting.
Is that like what your parents said to you? That's like something to do with the local area?
No, they were more into surfing, so yeah.
Well, there you go, local area. It's Byron Bay surfing, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. There's the old track over there. That's from the old whaling days, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, that's the siding to the second wharf, which was taken down in the 50s or 60s, I think.
Yeah, 50s, 60s, yeah.
The original wharf came off the town.
Yeah, where was the old wharf? I've seen the photos of it. Was it out there from where the fish and chip shop is now?
I think basically yes.
Yeah, I thought that's where it
That
was.
was the first wharf, and they moved the wharf, built another wharf down here, and that's that was the siding to that wharf.
So the first wharf, if people want to have a look on Google Earth, they got to look and see the, what's the name of the pub over there by the beach? Byron Bay Hotel?
Sure. I don't go to it, so.
You don't go to it? No, neither do I. Yeah. No, I don't drink and drive either. Yeah, so there's the old whale road there. And the old whaling factory, that was that one out there back, yeah, across the road there from the frog.
Yep.
Which is now a bunch of high-rise apartments or something. They changed the road from when I was up here 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and then they changed it right over there to the other side or something when they knocked it all down. I still got the photos of it. I don't know if you ever want to see them. You ever want to see them?
Not at the moment.
No, I'm not talking about now. I mean, God, they're down Sydney in the office, in my archive office.
Oh, yeah.
See, Reeve, I'm the guy who walked up here in 2004 and walked from Casino to Moomba
Yeah.
and was against the closing of the railway line.
Oh, okay.
But I also made a recommendation for a tourist train from Mullumbimby right through up there back to Bangalore.
Oh, yeah.
And then they chopped it off here, as you can see, and then they had the trouble with the level crossing, and then you end up having to build this, and now I'm trying to get it from here to go back up to Splendour in the Grass. So, anyway, people, I'm going to come back at the other end. I'll see you in a minute. What I'm doing, hello, anyway. So that's in front of the train, see, 661, and I've got 622 over there at Tenterfield. See, it's the same train I drove way back when I was 15 with my father. That's right. We only talking to Dave, but anyway. So we'll come back when we go back. Right. What's going on? Here we go. We're back. Right. This is the Mike guy. Comes over here from England, who does the train ventures. That's my mate Tim, who lives down there in Lithgow, and he's down there in the railway thing. That's, oh God, I forgot his name. Dave just mentioned him. Anyway, there you go. There's young Timmy at Lithgow. Got his phone number too. God, I like Tim. He's even on my Facebook. He's on Mr. Hominoid's Facebook. So there we go, 720 class DMU. What's the DMU stand for, people? Leave me a comment if you can work out what it is. And here's the same train. I was running around with 2 diesel engines out west. So anyway, let's go for a walk. So what have we got? They changed this a bit here. This is not original. right? This unit here's a different set. This is the old Newcastle set. So you can pick the chairs over. These are original because they've still got the SRA badge on them. It's just upside down because it's wrong way up. SRA. And then some were reupholstered. No, it's all SRA original. That's not original. That's original. So this unit here was out of Newcastle. So you can buy your little merchant devices. You can buy your badge. And there's a brooch. And there's your $30. There's your name badge. There's a railway hat. If you're into hats, you can get my mate Jack one of them. And there's a beer coaster. Stubby cooler. Put your can of beer in it or your bottle of beer. Anyway, now a lot of people have a very misconception. They think this here is the motor. It's not. It's where the radiators are. The radiators are there vertically, even on that wall there. And the big fans blow the air up and the motors are underneath. And up top of the train, if you look on a video, you will see all the big circular air vents, which I'll show you when we get back to the other end. Now we're going now, so a little jolt. Right, so if you've got a push bike and you want to go around on the BYRON base self-power train, you can put your bike on the train. There you go. Right, that's electric traction motor. That's what it goes to. I've already done a video on this. You can go down the channel and have a look. And this is how it all works. That's how they plug it inside the train when they charge it up. They also supply power back to the town grid. That's the solar panels on top of the train, and that's how we do it.
I want to get up. I want to get up.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Now, can you hear the traction motor? Let's have a listen. Alright, we'll go walk up the other end. So you can still walk through. This is the old Richmond service. This is the one I used to be at Richmond. This is definitely the one I used to drive up there with my father. Some of the seats have been reupholstered. There's no SRA on them. That was all done over there at Lismore. I think they've done a pretty good job. They try to match the colours. Put in new flooring. Oh, here he comes. Go Reef. Go Reefy. We've got toilets on the train. What they know? Gizmo. And where's the original seat? There's the original blue. There's the heater. Now how that works. Heats up there, that runs up there on gas, goes up there, and up in the front of the train is a gas bottle. Right, so here, the train has actually got awards from Newcastle. Can't really see, but I've already done it on the other video. It's an engineering award. Anyway, let's set up. Gonna watch. See? Now Reef, what are you doing all the paperwork, mate? What's that for?
Oh, it's just to note how many people have been on and what merchandise, what tickets I'm selling, just to make it all easier at the end of the day.
And how long have you been what do you call yourself?
Passenger attendant, guard, yeah, that kind of thing. Yep.
So you actually done your driver guard certificate?
More or less, it's more a passenger attendant, and the only safe working thing I do is give the right away. 1 sec. Clear on the right.
Now, it's not a political question. What would your opinion be if they extended this back up to where the Brass Festival was?
You'd have to ask him outside of work.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're
Right.
representatives of the companies at the moment. We can't.
Yeah. Okay. How long did it take them to do all the tracks up, you reckon, from... Oh, no, you weren't here, were you? Hey?
No, I've only been driving for 2 years. I wasn't here when this line was reopened.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, I got a good photo of the old original bridge up here with me standing up here with me foot on the middle of it. The old timber deck bridge. That was a lot of fun back in them days. I think a lot of people expect this train to come up here, flying up here, doing 100 k's an hour. You know, they say, oh, it's a train, why doesn't it go faster? That's not the point, is it? No, it's a tourist train.
The ride would be over too quickly.
It'll be over in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. So what's that ticker noise, Dave?
That's the Hasler. That's the clock on the Hasler.
So what's a Hasler?
It's a data recording device. Behind that clock face is actually a tape that records
Oh, in there?
records speed and
In there, right.
a few other values such as brake, tire pressure and a few other things. And there's also a clock. So periodically there's a time and date stamped onto the tape. So it's an irrefutable log of what's been going on.
What's all this stuff over here? What's that?
That's all related to the electric traction side of things.
Right. So at least this, like this unit's different than the other one. At least here, you know, that thing's sticking out in the middle and I couldn't see a thing. So that's our speed down here. I can't see it. I'll let you.
That's speed based on GPS, which is slightly different to the speed recorded on the data logger.
So the GPS satellite that's it there, and this one here is the mechanical speed of the gearbox, basically.
It is. So you'll see there's a couple of k's difference, but that's what's recorded on the tape.
So I'd trust the mechanical one more than a satellite, wouldn't you?
Both have their purposes.
Yeah, both have their purposes. Right. So okay, what's this one here then? That's your.
That's for the regenerative braking on the electric side.
So regenerative braking, what would that mean? Like when you put the regenerative braking on, it draws power back from the traction motor back into the batteries?
Basically the traction motors become generators and provide charge back into the batteries.
And your handbrake, that's your brake there.
That's
like,
the traditional air brake.
Yep, which is what you showed before. You can hold that down and that says your dead man's pedal down there. There's your horn on the up the top. Pushing forward is suburban and pulling back is your loud one, isn't it?
Country horn, yes, that's correct.
Yep, and over there you have your speed controllers, which is used with the diesel motor, 1/3, 2/3 full.
Yep.
So that's his electric.
In electric traction, this has to be set in
Idle.
Idle. Yep.
Yeah, but that's. Can you put your finger on that little electric?
That's
yeah,
the
that's
throttle
it there.
for the
That's a throttle for the electric. That's right. Yeah.
But I've now shut off. There's no power being applied. So.
Obviously, because we're just rolling in. And I'm losing my camera again. Camera's back on again. I have to get another camera again. I don't think cameras like being dropped and thrown around the back of cars. No. Just, she look good. So you're the lucky one that gets out there and pulls the points lever for Dave if he's going home?
What was that, sorry?
You are the lucky one to pull the points lever.
No, only safe working thing I do is give the right away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I used to do. I used to do that safe working.
Yeah.
I actually worked in Strathfield signal box in Sydney at one stage in the old fashioned days when we used to pull those big levers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was about 60 levers we used to have. We used to have to, it was like a big jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
If you pull the wrong lever, you throw it up in the driver's face and you soon get a mouthful from the driver. Well, you slammed a bloody signal in me face for, mate. No, I'm bloody on the freight train, you know, so many carriages long, you know. It's a lot of fun. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I'll leave you do your job. Thanks, Dave. Dave's going to give a little wave. Come on, Dave.
See you later.
See you later. Anyway, people.
That was a quick ride.
Quick ride. See you later.